Hello, we're live. Here we are, starting chapter 1 of the book Hero. On chapter 1, we have this. As soon as I find it. You ready, Karis? The ball arched through the air and came down fast. Hero pumped his legs and hurtled across the grass, his stride long and graceful but strong. 1 minute he had 4 paws on the ground, the next he was sailing upward, closing his jaw around the ball. He landed effortlessly, taking the impact on his hind legs. He wasn't even panting. What I love about that picture in my mind is I can see our black dog Bear leaping in the air, but he wasn't catching a ball in my imagination. He was catching a frisbee. We call that a connection. So be sure that you're making connections and making mind movies as I read the story. Did you see that? Ben shouted at Noah. He's amazing, Noah said, shading his eyes to watch Hero race back with the baseball. He's like half bird and half dog. Ben never got tired of hitting balls for Hero, and Hero never seemed to get tired of chasing them down. Ouch. But the only person who loved playing ball more than Ben and Hero combined was Noah. This year, Ben and Noah were determined to make the 7th grade varsity team.
This isn't going to work.
They came with Hero to the baseball park every day after school to practice throwing, hitting, and catching, and to give each other pointers. Hero bounded back and forth toward them, a slobbery ball perched in his mouth. "What time is it?" Noah asked. Ben looked up and noticed that the sun had sunk lower in the sky. 4:30, he said. "I have to get going," Noah said. "Yeah, us too. Come on, Hero. Time to pack it in," Ben said as he gave Hero a scratch on the head. Hero dropped the ball. Do you see that? Hero's a dog.
Hold on.
A dog.
What I'm going to say, when they asked what time it is, it kind of sounded like they were looking at the sun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
To tell that it was time to go?
Yeah.
Good job, Abby.
Nice.
Good job.
Ben flashed Hero the hand signal for stay. Hero stood still. Ben was still mastering all the signals and verbal commands his dad had been using with Hero for years. There wasn't much need for Ben to give Hero the special ones, like search and track. But Hero knew other commands that would be fun to use, like when to start and stop, whether to run or jump, when to turn around and come back. Hero could stop walking mid-step. If he got the right command, Hero's training was at an expert level, and he always followed orders. That's what a police dog did. And that's what a police dog did best. Okay, now we know that Hero on the cover, this guy right here, is a police dog.
Yep.
Police dog.
Yeah. The dog fixed his serious eyes on Ben. His left ear twitched like this. Twitch, twitch, twitch. He cocked his head to the right. Can you cock your head to the right? Yeah, good. Ben was leaning his every expression and gesture, or learning, sorry. "You see that look he gives me?" Ben asked Noah. He nodded. "That means he wants me to throw one more ball." Can you throw a ball in the air? Pretend. Throw it. That's it. Wow, your dog is not only a hero, but he can talk too. Noah looked down at Hero, and Hero wagged his tail. Can you wag your tail?
That's the way.
Ben rolled his eyes. "No, seriously," he said. "If he goes like this," Ben bobbed his head up and down. Can you do that? Bobbed his head up and down, doing his best dog impersonation. "He needs you to go too. You know, he needs to go do his business." Oh, if his head moves around like this, Ben twitched his head to the left and then to the right. And then back again. He hears something outside, like he's on watch or something. Noah looked like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. "Ben, are you seriously acting like your dog right now?" Ben shrugged. "Maybe." Noah dropped to one knee. He held Hero's head in his hands. "Keep an eye on him for me, okay? Hero, keep an eye on him. If he starts to become more beast than boy, well, just let me know. Hero licked him on the nose. Noah laughed and scratched him behind the ears. Here, let me scratch you behind your ears. See ya, pal. He stood up and hopped on his bike. Ben hit a few more balls. Would you? No, Ben, hit a few more balls, would you? I know I don't need to remind you, but tryouts are in 2 weeks, and we both have to make that varsity, or it won't be half as much fun. Ben grimaced. No pressure, though, right? Right. For real, though, Ben, Noah said, suddenly serious. I know that you worked really hard to play shortstop, but you know how Coach is. He's not going to just give it to you. You need to show him. You need to be ready for tryouts. Oh, I'll be ready. Ben gave his best friend a confident smile. Can you put a smile in there, Karis? A big smile.
Let me see a big smile, Cars.
Where's that big smile? Oh, I'll be ready. Noah pedaled off. Bye, he called out over his shoulder. Bye-bye. Can you wave, Cars? Bye, Ben sighed. Most of the time, it was great when your best friend was baseball obsessed. But sometimes it was just stressful. Hero watched Ben, furrowing his brow and wrinkling the soft patch of fur between his eyes. Okay, boy, Ben said. One more ball. Ben hefted the ball up and down a couple of times. Hero's pointy ears pricked forward and he dropped into a crouch. His whole body was ready for the chase. Ben let him wait for a long moment, enjoying Hero's excitement. The dog was so alert. If Ben so much as twitched his pinky finger, Hero noticed. It was like Hero's whole body and mind were in sync, absorbing everything around him. Whatever Hero did, he did, wholly and intentionally, and that's what Ben needed to do. His dad called it acting with purpose. Slow down, Ben, his dad would say as Ben raced by on his way to his room to do his homework, or to baseball practice, or to an early morning newspaper club meeting at school. Ben just powered ahead without thinking things through. It was the same with baseball. He wasn't the most precise player. He just hit the baseball as hard as he could. Ben heard his dad's voice in his head. Slow it down. Breathe. Breathe, Kari. Act with purpose, kid. That's how cops do it. Hero whimpered as if to say, let's get on with it. Focusing as hard as he could, Ben lifted the bat over his right shoulder and tossed the ball straight up in the air. He swung the ball, cracked against the bat, then flew up and out, way, way out. Whoa, Ben yelled. Can you say whoa? Say whoa.
Wow.
He couldn't believe how far he had hit the ball. It would definitely have been a home run. Hero went from standing totally still to galloping after the ball. Ben had no idea how he could get moving so fast. The ball landed in the grass with a thunk. Ben took off after Hero and caught up to him on the other side of the baseball field, where the park began to give way to heavy woods. Hero pressed his nose to the ground, his nostrils flaring with short, quick inhalations. The ball wasn't there. Hero zigzagged, following his nose, then stopped and sniffed repeatedly in one spot. Spring wildflowers were just beginning to jut out of the grass under Hero's giant paws. Where is it, buddy? Ben asked. Hero kept his attention on the ground. He walked slowly toward the tree line. What do you smell? Ben followed him. Hero picked up speed and started to head deeper into the woods, where the trees were close together and the undergrowth was thick. How could the ball have traveled this far, Ben wondered. Something was different about Hero's movement. He was completely focused. His ears pointed forward. His nose was working double time. His tail, which usually curved down by his back legs, was up. Even his fur seemed to be paying attention. Hero was tracking. Ben had never seen Hero look back and lock onto a scent like this before. He was in full search and rescue mode. But for what? A baseball? Well, that seemed kind of weird. Ben was excited to watch Hero in action, but he was not excited to be late for dinner. They were going to have to hurry this along. Hero, buddy, my mom is going to kill me if we're late again. Hero pressed his nose into the grass. It's just a
Cars.
baseball, dude, Ben said. It'll still be there tomorrow. Ben was about to give Hero the stop command when suddenly Hero's head shot up. He took off full sprint around a dense cluster of trees. Ben sighed. He watched Hero run and then come to a sudden halt. What is the dog going to find, Karis? Where'd he go?
Right there.
Listen. Hero stood as still as a statue, watching something in the leaves and vines on the ground. Oh, listen. A soft whoop, whoop, woof came from his throat. And Ben, no, don't do that. And Ben jogged after him. What is it? Ben trailed off. There was his baseball, but how? Out of the corner of his eye. What's he going to see?
I don't know.
What's he going to see,
A
everybody?
duck.
Puppy.
I think it's that puppy.
Oh yeah, puppy. Yeah.
Out of the corner of his eye, Ben saw a flash of movement, a blur of brown and white. Listen, Cars, leaping over the ball.
Yeah.
Hero and Ben watched as the blur tumbled and rolled and pounced. It stopped moving and sat up. The ball gripped firmly in its teeth. Look, it was a puppy. Oh, that's the lost puppy we learned about on the back.
What's that?
Now we're on chapter 2. That's it for tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.